hello. Thank you for joining me once again for another book review. So let's get started. This book is called The Many Dates of Indigo by Amber D. Samuel. And I do not have the physical copy of the book, so I will attach a picture of what that looks like to this video for you. The book is about Indigo. And she is a woman that has not been lucky in the love department. Her family wants her to find someone to get serious with. Indigo owns an accessory boutique, which keeps her busy. Indigo loves her family and friends, but wishes they would just stop trying to push her on finding a husband or companion at the very least. Indigo's relationship history has been less than idyllic. Her last relationship turned out to be a farce, and she is reluctant to open herself up again. She does want a family at some point, but isn't in a rush. Indigo's mother, Stella, and father, James, are prestigious lawyers. They want what's best for Indigo. And Stella wants her to get back out there, and James just wants her to pick better. There is some mother and daughter dynamics at play due to Indigo thinking Stella favors and wants her to be like her sister Saxton. Now, Saxton has a husband, Xavier, and two children, and is currently pregnant. Indigo and Saxton have a good relationship. The story starts off at Saxton's baby shower, where guests make comments about Indigo finding love. This puts Indigo's gills up, okay? So she is not in the best of moods at this baby shower. Then there's Indigo's brother, Harrison, who owns a bakery across the street from her boutique. Now, Harrison is also single, and no one is persistent that he become involved. Harrison tries to give Indigo a bit of advice about dating. Now, at this last round of commentary on her love life at the baby shower, she decides to test the waters. Indigo needed a car repair and was routed to Nathan. Now, Nathan is single and he shot his shot. Nathan and Indigo hit it off and enjoy each other's company. The vibe is nice. However, Nathan has an issue that causes a kink in things. Now, you're going to have to read the book to find out what that is and if Nathan solidifies a relationship with Indigo or not. Then there is Tate. Tate and Indigo have a history that goes beyond just friends. They have a bond and have overcome past obstacles and remained friends. Tate is single and has remained so for the most part since he and Indigo had their thing. Tate has thrown himself into his work as an author. However, old feelings and a past event has not allowed him and Indigo to revisit a relationship. Tate is that guy who waits patiently for the love of his life to realize that he is the one. Will Indigo come to that realization that what she is searching for has always been there? Or will she pursue other options? Yep, you guessed it. You can have to read the book to find out. And lastly, there is Diego, whose first encounter with Indigo was as a disgruntled customer. Indigo later found out that he is a lawyer at the firm her father and mother are at. Diego is James's replacement after he retired. Diego realizes who Indigo is and her affiliation with the firm and an old classmate. Diego begins to insert himself into the family with hopes of catching Indigo's attention. Indigo finally gives Diego a shot dating her. Well, Indigo found out some shocking news about Diego. Read the book to find out what that is. Now, this book is all about Indigo's dating journey, as the title indicates. Okay. There are some twists and turns that make the story juicy. This is a slow burn love story. The author does a good job keeping you engaged and wanting you to know how things play out. I did listen to the audiobook, thus I do not have a physical copy of the book. And the audiobook is just a pinch over 9 hours long. The narrator is Rena Mystique. I think that's how they pronounce it. Which did a good job conveying the story. I do think the highs could have been played up a little bit more vocally. There are some warnings to give. There is substance abuse mentioned and an abortion spoken of. There is sexual content and cheating mentioned. As I said, I listened to the audiobook version, so I don't know if there are any discussion questions in the physical copy of the book. Some topics of discussion are family and friends' influences on one's dating life, pros or cons. A discussion on what dating should look like, one person at a time or multiple people at one time. And should you tell the person you are dating that you're dating other people? Should you date anyone from the workplace? Well, what is your core criteria for the person you want to eventually have a committed relationship with? You can also converse on how much a person's past affects your decision to date or form a relationship with. What are your non-negotiables, your deal breakers? How or where do you find potential dates? So those are just a few to get the conversation going. Once you read the book, you may come up with more. I gave this book an 8 out of 10. I liked it. I do believe there are some areas that could have been expanded upon and given a little bit more punch factor. Give us just a little bit. This book is categorized as romance, which I do agree with. It's all about dating. It's all about finding love. Read it in a weekend. Good curl up. It does grab your attention. It does hold on to it. There are definitely some highs and lows to keep you interested. I don't think it ended in a cliffhanger fashion. I wouldn't necessarily search for a sequel. I think it was well rounded enough that if this was it, it was it. And I'm okay with that. It was a good book. So if you haven't read it, pick it up, read it, see if you like it. I did like it, so don't get me wrong. And if you have read it, let me know what you think in the comments. I want to know your thoughts. And I know this was really quick, but there really wasn't very much else. I mean, it's literally all about her dating and deciding who will be the lucky one. So there's really not a whole lot else to say. So thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and click that like, subscribe, and share buttons. As always, comment. And as always, until next time, keep turning the pages, my book lovers.